Israel's creeping colonial expansion was tolerated and abetted by the West.
The colonialist powers, the Western powers that we see that are now joining and doing with Israel the genocide in Palestine, an idea which is coming from the Christian nationalistic world that says we need a nation state, where Jews are privileged, have more rights, and this is at the expense of the people who live there.
Wir haben es mit einer schrecklichen Situation zu tun, einem akuten Völkermord. Die Palästinenser werden umgebracht, nicht nur mit Bomben, sondern richtig ausgehungert. Das ist ja ein millionenfacher Mord. Und das heißt, wir müssen sehr, sehr, sehr schnell handeln. Wir müssen alles mobilisieren, was mobilisierbar ist. Und dieser Völkermord wird im Namen der Juden begangen, sogar zum Schutz der Juden. So nennen das die Zionisten. Und jetzt gibt es so viele jüdische Menschen, die das einfach nicht mitmachen wollen. Und nicht nur nicht mitmachen, sie wollen aktiv die Palästinenser unterstützen. Und diesen Leuten wollen wir hier eine Stimme geben.
But there was a report delivered at the United Nations which warned that due to the siege and the starvation in Gaza, there was a serious possibility of 14,000 children dying within days or within a week.
With these alignments in place, as I've described, and the impunity that was lavished on Israel from the beginning, the genocide in Gaza and the accompanying assault on the West Bank should have been no surprise. As things stand, and if no one stops Israel, it is poised to empty the land of its Palestinian inhabitants, which it has always longed to do.
I think it's very important to hear non-Zionist and anti-Zionist Jewish voices at a time when, in the name of its Jewish identity, the State of Israel commits crimes against the Palestinian people. So many Jews around the world don't want Israel to speak on behalf of Judaism. And it's also important to say that if you are against Zionism as an ideology, it doesn't mean that you're an anti-Semitic person. Otherwise, what are all the Jews doing here, right? So it's not a matter of Judaism, it's a matter of Zionism, which is an ideology and not a faith, not a religion. So I think it's very important to be together, think together how we can be more effective in, first of all, stopping the genocide, but also helping in the long run for the Solidarity movement with the Palestinians.
I think it's a really important moment for the world to see that there are Jews who reject Zionism, that Israel doesn't speak for all Jews, that Zionism, I would argue, obviously, is not good for Jews. I mean, primarily it harms Palestinians, but it also happens to not be good for Jews. The claim that anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism is actually anti-Semitic in itself, because it conflates being Jewish with being Zionist, as if Jews are this monolith. And given that Israel is currently live streaming a genocide, what could be more anti-Semitic than claiming that's being done in our name for our safety, or claiming that we all support it?
Es geht natürlich darum, das, was jetzt in Gaza vorerst mal passiert, zu stoppen und Zionismus zu stoppen. Jetzt gerade in Gaza, gestern wurden die letzten Internetverbindungen gekappt und das lässt natürlich befürchten, dass es ganz noch schlimmer weitergeht. Ich merke nur, dass jedes Mal, wenn ich denke, es geht nicht schlimmer, wird es dann doch noch schlimmer. Also ich habe keine Worte, aber noch dazu ist seit gestern die Westbank abgeriegelt, hermetisch abgeriegelt.
My name is Awad Abdel Fattah, a Palestinian leader from inside the Green Line, from inside Israel, and now I'm a coordinator of the One Democratic State campaign, a campaign that started a few years ago to advocate for one state in all of Palestine, where Palestinians and Israelis and the Palestinian refugees can live together equally in an egalitarian polity.
So it just goes to show you, Zionism has nothing to do with Judaism. It's white supremacy. That's all it is. Israel is the beacon of white supremacy. What better people to speak up than Jews who've been used by Israel in order to sell that it is a haven for Jews and very much needed. It's not needed for Jews. It's actually putting Jews in danger because it's equating a religion that is Judaism with this absolute slaughter, with the racism, with the looking at Arabs as the other. And that's the only way that they could sustain Israel. So by people believing that they're constantly the victim and they need to defend themselves. And also that they have a promise to be there. A promise to kill all these families? A promise to continue with this intent of violence? Absolutely not.
What is important is that the Jews themselves initiated this, that the Zionism don't speak in their name, and that they are independent, they are part of universal society, they are in line with universal values such equality, justice, humanity.
Ich glaube, es kann wirksam sein, das einfach klarzustellen, dass Antizionismus nicht Antisemitismus ist und dass Never Again für alle Menschen gilt. Und man kann die jüdische Identität nicht dazu nutzen, um das alles zu rechtfertigen. Es gibt einfach eine riesige Bewegung von antizionistischen Jüdinnen, die klar machen, dass Antizionismus für alle Menschen gilt und dass es auf keinen Fall antisemitisch ist.
Thus, Zionism brought European racism and forced expulsion onto the Mashrek in a manner foreseen and planned by Herzl. The current growing revulsion against Israel's genocide may hasten its own decline as an imperialist tool by the very nature of modernity. There is no place for Zionism in today's world, anywhere. Do you support colonialism? Do you support genocide? Jews need to decide.
When we have a full-on genocide, and just recently Israel also attacking Iran and other countries, we are at a very, very crucial moment in history where we have to join forces. We know that the fascist forces are united. We also need the anti-fascist, anti-Zionist forces to unite, to get together in order to move forward with the practical steps that are needed to abolish that system of oppression, domination, and terror, to fight that beast and be successful in this struggle.